everyone, so today is going to be my second video in my back to school series, and I'm so excited about this because there was so many comments on my last video asking me questions and requesting things, and I have a huge list of questions I am going to answer today. So I'm just gonna get right on into it because I'm already cozy. I have this beanie bag chair that I have right here, and I'm just in the nature and I love it, except for the noise. So I'm going to be answering questions. So the first question is, explain what the classes are in high school. And a lot of people actually don't understand this. If they're a freshman, they don't understand what a freshman is. So in high school, there's 4 grades, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, and 12th. And basically, in order, it's freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. That is all it means. They're just names for the grades. The next question is, how long does it take to get used to school, middle school or high school? And I'd say it really depends on the person. I know a lot of people who had problems transitioning between middle school and high school. Personally, I did not have any problems whatsoever, but I think it really depends on, like, you know, who you are as a person. If you're ready to, like, have a change in your life, you know, if you're really good with change, it's really different for everyone. So the next question that I got so many times is how to be confident in school. And I would say I'm a pretty confident person, so I don't really have a problem with it, but I feel like a lot of people are very nervous on the first day of school. And I would say if you're nervous on the first day of school, and to be confident, you just want to make sure that you go up to people that seem nice or are wearing something that you would wear. If you're sitting next to someone in your classroom, make sure to talk to them, like talk about summer or favorite music or something that's really easy to talk about to anyone. And that leads me to my next question, and that is how to make friends. And I would say that just being very nice and talkative is a really good thing. Another way you can make friends is actually right next to you. On the first day of school, there are many people with their schedules out, just standing there in front of the same classroom that you're standing in. Go up to someone who has a schedule out and be like, oh, what do you have on your schedule? You know, just talk to them about their schedule. That's probably the easiest way to make friends. I know I made my best friend that way. That is how I met my best friend. So that is a very good tip. That actually works. So the next question is actually a personal question, and it is from Christian Beadless Girl, and she asked how to create an image for yourself. Now, I don't recommend just making an image for yourself. You definitely want to, you know, come off as a good person. You do want to do that, but I don't think that you should change yourself for, you know, other people. And I know that's the most cliche thing to say, but it's true. And I know you probably did not want to hear this, but it's actually true. And I feel like in high school, if you're different, they will accept you, unless you go to a terrible school. But if you want to change, you want to change like how nice you are, or the compliments you give, or no backstabbing. Like, there are some rules that you will have to follow to be like a better person, but I don't think you should ever change like what you believe in. That's one thing. You should never change that for another person. So the next question is from That Party Tribute 7, and she asked, how do you stay on top of school? And my number one thing is to always prioritize what's important to you. I know that my freshman year, there was a bat mitzvah that I was invited to, and I was gonna go, but I found out that I had a final the next day, and I actually ended up not going, and I got an A on the final. So it's really all about prioritizing. Even if it seems fun, in the long run, if you get an A on the final, it's going to look good on college applications. It's going to look good for your teacher. It's going to show your parents that you're very responsible. And that's really what you want to do. You want to impress your parents by saying, hey, I'm not going to party, and I'm going to work on my final instead. And if you do get an A, I feel like your parents will give you more freedom. That's what my parents do. If I get a good grade in school, they'll let me go to a party on Saturday or Sunday, or they'll trust me with more things, and that's really what I do during the school year. The next question is how to balance your school life and your social life. And for me, That actually comes very easily. I'm a very busy person. I am part of the tennis team, the ice skating team. I do track and field, and I'm part of the art department and the film department. So for me, I'm a very busy person, but I actually really like it that way. And to balance it out, I make sure to write in my schedule every week about what things I have to do and what things are most important. And then later on in the week, if someone asks me to go out to lunch, maybe on Thursday or something, I can squeeze that in. And if I don't have any important things, I can obviously go out and hang with my friends. That's what I do. Next question is, what do you bring on the first day of school? And that is probably one of my most asked questions. And for the first day of school, I don't recommend bringing a backpack full of supplies. First off, you will be made fun of in high school. I must say, the seniors will make fun of you, freshmen. Don't bring a backpack to school. I recommend bringing maybe a tote bag or a little bag with one folder, some pens, and just like water, a snack or something, and maybe a student ID card. Or if you're getting your student ID card on the first day, you don't really have to do that. But I do recommend bringing those small things. You don't really want to bring a lot on the first day, because the only thing that the teachers are going to do on the first day is usually just hand you a syllabus and talk about what the classes are like. The next question is, what are your top 5 items from school? And this was asked by Sarah Loves You. And top 5, that's really hard, but I will list a couple of things. I really love pens. I will only write in pen. That is one thing I cannot live without. 5-star notebooks. I love 5-star notebooks, and I will use them for every subject. They do not break, so I do recommend that for middle school and high school. I know a lot of people have a problem with the covers ripping off, so I do recommend 5-star notebooks. They're a little bit pricey, but they're really worth it. I can't live without a water bottle in school, one of those plastic reusable water bottles. Those are really important to carry around. It keeps you hydrated if you're walking around campus a lot. That's something that I always carry with me. My student ID card, that's really important. You always have to have that. You get discounts usually in stores or at the movie theaters even. You do get discounts, and when you go into the library, you do need your student ID card. So I recommend that. And then last thing, I always need my lanyard with my keys on it. And if you guys don't know what a lanyard is, pretty much like a necklace thing that has your keys on it, like your home keys, your bike keys, car keys, whatever. And I always like having it on a lanyard because I could tie it to my purse, and that's probably my top 5 things. Is, what is your favorite subject from school? And this was asked by IcedMaw15. My favorite subject in school would probably be history. I love history. And the weird thing is I love African history. I love learning about Africa. Crazy, I know. But I love learning about Africa, and then also I love art. I want to go into art, so I love art. Next question is, what are the top 3 things you always carry with you in your school bag? Student ID card, you always need it. Pens and gum. I love gum. You could make friends sharing gum. Next question is, what should you wear on the first day of school? And I feel like a lot of freshmen overdo their first day outfits, or even if you're going into 6th grade, don't ever overdo your outfit. I recommend wearing something comfy, something cute, but not overdoing it like you're trying too hard. Like this would be a perfect example. I'm wearing just an orange crop top, a cute little necklace, and then I'm just wearing some printed shorts like this. And I feel like that's actually a very perfect first day. It's comfy, it looks cute, and it's put together. Blogs123 asks, what do you carry your stuff into school? I carry either a tote bag or one of those big leather bags. I feel like those are my #1 things. Okay, so I do think the screen kind of moved a little bit because I had to go get something. But the next question is, what classes did you take and what should you take? Now, if I told you every single one of my classes that I've ever taken, it would take a long time because I have 7 classes every year for high school. But what should you take? Freshman year, when you're starting off, that's probably when you should start worrying about what classes you take. And what I recommend is to take all of the required classes as a freshman, because senior year, you want to have fun. You want to have the most preps, which is like a free period. You want to have the most of those. That's like the best thing in the world. But as a freshman, you should probably take all of your required classes. Colleges do require a couple of classes, and you want to take those ahead of time, because as a senior, you don't want to be taking those classes. I will tell you this, you will not want to take those classes. So like health classes, those are ones that you want to take as a freshman. The next question is a specific question. It's from Bella3922, and she asks, if I meet someone new, how will I know they're good for me and they won't break my heart? And I'm guessing this is about like a boyfriend situation. And I must say that I've been in many relationships and I've gone through many breakups, and you cannot avoid a broken heart, especially with boys, because they, you know. But I must say that, you know, you're gonna go through hardships, you're gonna go through breakups, and it's gonna hurt your heart, but you just want to make sure to stay very strong. There's always other fish in the water, and there's always new people to date. So that's like the boyfriend perspective. And then if you're talking about friends, I would really recommend just surrounding yourself with people that you really like. I've gotten into many fights with some of my friends, but if they're good people, they're gonna come around, and you're gonna come around, and you guys are all gonna apologize, and everything's gonna be fine. The next question is high school like it is in the movies? No. I can tell you right off the bat that high school in like Mean Girls and stuff, most of the time it's not true, unless you go to like a hellhole school. So, question is actually a very specific question once again, and it's from Crafty Girl Maniac, and she asked, should I give people my locker combination, and how do I say no if I don't want to? Now, I heard her story. She told me a whole story about lockers and stuff, and I feel very sorry for you. I'm so sorry that you had to experience that, like bullies with wanting to know your locker combination. And actually, I've gone through the same exact thing. Freshman year, I gave my locker combination to someone that I didn't really know. I mean, I kind of knew, but it was like the third day of school, so I didn't really know them. And I gave it to them. Next thing you know, I had $40 missing, and I never saw this person again. So what I do recommend when getting your locker and your locker combination, just make sure not to give it to anyone that you know is going to like take something. Or if you don't know them that well, if you've only known them for like 5 days, don't ever give it to them. If you've known this person for like a year or two, or if you've known each other since like second grade or something, you can give it to that person because you probably trust that person by now. But don't give it to someone you don't trust. And when it comes to saying no, just really strongly say, I'm sorry, I have a lot of special things in there, you know, I trust you, but I don't want, you know, anything bad to happen. Just say that, and usually they will understand. Next question is, where do I sit at lunch, especially in a big school? I would say pretty much in high school and middle school, you do get to sit wherever you want. I've never been to a school where I had a specific seating area, but on the first day, what I did was walked around the school campus with my friend, and we just looked around, saw like the types of people in those areas, and we eventually end up sitting up with a group of people that we actually ended up liking. So just go by the looks of how the group is, and sit there, you know. And maybe the first day it won't turn out, maybe you end up sitting by yourself, but probably by like the end of the week you will find a group that you like. The next thing is, I'm going into high school, and how do I not get lost on a big campus? Now, jumping from middle school to high school, the campuses do get a lot bigger. You get more football fields, you get more baseball fields, whatnot. And how not to get lost. On the first day of school, what I recommend to do is print out your school map. Usually on your school website, they offer school maps, and you could just print it out, and on the first day of school, you could take it around, see what things are like. Sometimes the school actually lets you come into school early, like a day or two early, to just look around the campus. So that's what I recommend. The next question is, how do you ask a boy out? I've never asked a boy out ever, so I wouldn't know, but just be confident, I think. If I were to do it, I would just make sure to be confident, make sure you have already talked to this person, and yeah, I think it would work out. But I don't even know, so sorry, that's bad advice. But question is, what are school dances like? Now, when you get into middle school and high school, that is one thing that is just so much fun. You get to have school dances. My high school actually has 10 school dances, I think. That's a lot for any high school, but we do have 10 school dances. And I must say they're very fun, and usually maybe the first week of school they will have a school dance. I know a lot of schools in my area have first week school dances, like a getting together school dance, and I do recommend going to those. Even as a freshman, I do recommend going to the school dances. I know I met a lot of people on the first school dance. You get to meet people, you get to have fun, you get to, you know, talk a lot. So go to those. If you're looking for a friend, go to those school dances. This question is, how was your freshman year like? And my freshman year was actually really exciting and fun. I got to go to a lot of parties and I got to meet a lot of new people, and I think that has to do with how confident I am. I'm pretty confident around people, and going to that school dance, that's one of the important things, because I think I met a lot of guys there and I got my boyfriend from that school dance. So the next and last thing that someone asked me is, what is the most important tip you can give when going into high school? Just be confident, do what you do, and don't change for anyone else. That's pretty much what I went with freshman year, and look how I turned out. A little bit crazy, but it was all good. There's someone behind me, and that's really awkward. So that is it for all of my questions, and if you guys have more questions, leave it down below. I might be doing another questions video, number 2, and I might be answering those as school progresses. I know I left out a couple of questions that some of you guys asked, but those are probably going to be in the second video, because those are more like in school questions, not before school questions. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and before I leave, I wanted to thank all of you guys for supporting me when I posted my Beauty Smarties Showdown video entry. I got so many great comments, and so many of my subscribers just touched my heart. I'm so grateful to have all of you guys and all of you supportive people. I had no bad comments on that video, so I really want to thank you guys all for that. And I don't know if I got in, but even if I didn't get in, I'm really glad that I got to know you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and watch out for the next video. Love you guys. Bye.